everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another first impressions for you guys, and that is why my face is all up in your face. No makeup on because we are trying out the new Nars All Day Luminous foundation. I think that's what it's called. All Day Luminous Weightless foundation. That one right there just came out I believe February 1st in the Sephora at JCPenney stores. It was out weeks before that online on their site, so a lot of people have this already, but in the Sephora store it just came out. I went to Sephora to take back my Sephora Taunt Infusion foundation. I did a first impression, wore it all day, and I came back that night and I thought I loved it. And then I tried it on the next day and the color was just so wrong. I have to do too much to make the color right, but that's not what this is about. So when I went back to take that back, I saw this and was like, okay, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. So I exchanged my powder and that other thing for this, all right? So supposedly this is supposed to be replacing the Nars Sheer Matte Foundation. They're gonna discontinue that, and that's where this comes in. Now this is awesome because it has a pump. All right, we're just gonna get to the nitty gritty. It has a pump. None of the other Nars foundations have a pump, and they put a pump on this one. This is 1 fluid ounce. The color I'm in is in Macao. And let's talk about what this foundation is supposed to do, and then I'm gonna get right to it because, you know, when people be talking too much sometimes, you know. All right, so it says that All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation calm down. All Day Okay, so the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation reaches an extraordinary level of perfection with ultra lightweight complete coverage and a uniquely fluid, silky feel. So this is another one of those serum type of foundations where it feels like a serum, just like the Sephora Taunt Infusion one that I had. And it says ideal for all skin types and tones. It sweeps on weightlessly, absorbs quickly, and blends easily for all-day natural luminosity. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's why I've been on this craze, because I just need all that. You understand? I need all that. So it says shake well, apply 1 pump of the product into the palm, and then I'm not doing that, I'm using a brush, okay? Okay, so this foundation boasts that only 1 pump is enough. I'm gonna tell you right now, 1 pump is not enough for me. It's not gonna be enough for me. It's just not. 1 pump of this is very, very small, and I'm going to show you guys what a pump looks like. That's 1 pump. 1 pump of foundation right there. That's not a lot. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably going to use about 3. If I need 3. I'm going to go with 2, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so let me go ahead and just start to prime my face. Okay, so first I'm going to go in with some primer. This is a Stay Matte primer. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the areas that I seem to have combination skin, and so I'm going to take some of this, warm it up in my fingers like that, and tap it on the side of my nose here, because I know my nose likes to oil up on me. So I'm just tapping that in. I'm also going to go right here on the chin, because this thing right here has started to do some weird things, and a little bit on this top of my forehead. I'm going to go in with my Black Up 8-hour primer. Okay, just for the remainder, just to help with these pores, just in case they want to act crazy. So while the primer is doing what it does, let's talk about the packaging. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. For those of you who are avid Nars fans and who have used the Sheer Glow or the Sheer Matte, you can see the difference in the packaging. The bottle is taller and it's a frosted glass on there, so it looks a little bit more okay. So I'm glad they put the special touch on the new packaging with the pump, and it looks luxurious. Okay, so since this is a serum based foundation, or a serum like foundation, you really need to shake it up because the product will kind of settle at the bottom if it sits. This is not a thick foundation at all. Okay, it's very, very liquidy. Like I said, it's serum based, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and pump a few pumps of this. Well, that's 1 pump, y'all. You see that? Okay, so that's 1 pump. You see that? That is not gonna, I need more coverage than that. So it did say that this was medium to full coverage. So I'm gonna put 3 pumps like that on there. All right, so I'm gonna use one of my favorite brushes. This is a Makeup Geek brush, and this is the Face Buffer brush. I told you guys about this before. Awesome brush. Now let's see what happens when I use the brush, all right? I don't wanna use my finger, so I'm just not. So I'm gonna go ahead and start down here. Okay, and then I'm gonna do sections because this foundation does dry quickly. Look at that. It blended in that skin so easily. So nice. You see that? And it covered my hyperpigmentation. Was I in frame? I hope I was. Alright, let's go again right here. Let's add some more up here. This foundation is buildable, so you can, if you wanted a light coverage, you could do that. You could do that, okay? So let me get in frame so y'all can see what happens here. I feel like I'm gonna need more already. I might be overdoing it. I was supposed to do one side and then show you guys the other side, but you can see the top of my face versus the bottom, how now it matches. We'll just do a before and after shot so you guys can see the difference. But this is awesome. Okay, so I'm nearing the end of the 3 pumps. I'm gonna need one more. And I probably did not need this much, but you see I didn't cover my entire face. So I'm just gonna take one more pump and place it where I need it. Okay, and quickly blend that in. So the color match so far looks perfect. This is exactly what I want right here. I don't have to mix. It's perfect, the perfect tone. I don't feel like, okay, I got to fix this. It covered the hyperpigmentation without making it look gray and crazy. I really need to color correct underneath a lot of the foundations that I have because of this hyperpigmentation around my mouth. But this right here did it. Look at that. It did it. Okay, so I'm pleased. My skin looks young. My skin looks good. It looks like skin. It feels absolutely weightless. It doesn't feel like it's set yet, so I still want to wait for it to set a little bit. It looks like healthy, glowing skin to me, and I love that. I love that. This is exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so now I'm going to add my concealer and I'm going to powder my face. Then that's when I'll start documenting the time. Okay, I'm using my LA Girl Pro concealer. This one is in Warm Sand, so I'm going to use this one, which is very corally. As you can see, it has some coral in there. So I'm using my Sigma F86 brush. If you, the link is below. I told you guys about this brush before and how awesome it is with blending your under eye concealer and foundation and all that. It's not a joke. It is not a joke. Alright, so now I'm going to powder my entire face, and I'm going to use one powder. I'm going to use this Black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Powder. It is translucent, but it has a, it is translucent, but it has a little bit of color to it. For those of us with brown skin, we need more than just that white translucent. Sometimes that white translucent powder is just not good for our skin tones. Some of them are okay, and some of them just no. But I'm just gonna go ahead and take, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush and choke on the powder and just tap that all over my face. I don't want to, I'm using a big fluffy brush because I don't want to over powder. I don't want cakiness at all. And I really kind of want to see what this foundation does without being distorted by powder. Okay, so that's it on the foundation application. I'm gonna move on and do a tutorial. The time right now is 1:41 p.m. if you can see that. It's 1:41, and I'm gonna leave this on as long as possible, okay? And then I'll come back and I'll talk to you guys about what's happening with this foundation. So far, I'm already like, love. I'm already there. I have like super duper high hopes about it. I just feel good about this foundation for real. I really, really do. Okay guys, so my face is done now. It's been about an hour since I've applied the foundation, and I'm just popping in so you guys can see what it's looking like. You can see the luminosity. I did go back in and powder a little bit more. I just felt like I needed another layer of powder, so I did do that, okay? I didn't leave it as it was. I did use, what did I use? I used my Makeup Forever Pro Finish Powder in 174. I did a light dusting of that with the same big fluffy brush, swirled it in once and just went over it like that. That's all I did. So I didn't add any, you know, an abundance of product on my face. But you can still see the luminosity through the powder, okay? My skin still looks very good. And so far so good, you guys. We're gonna, hold on, what time is it now? 2:55. So yeah, like I said, it's about okay, right, so I have some errands to run and many other things that I need to do, so I cannot wait to come back this evening and tell you guys how I feel about the first time wear of this foundation. All right, okay guys, so it is now 7:34 p.m. 7:34. I was gonna wait a couple more hours, but I'm checking in now. You can see what's going on for yourself. You can see that I am very, 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 very radiant. This area right here is starting to really glisten, okay? Really, really glisten. I've not blotted my face. I've done nothing, okay? But probably reapply a little bit more lipstick. For the most part, I have enjoyed wearing this foundation up to this point. I have, okay? It's starting to separate here in the fine lines, or settle in here a little bit, right over here, but that's nothing that a little blot can't fix, okay? And I would normally have to do that with other foundations as well. Now, this one is $48. I was hoping I wouldn't have to. I was hoping that it would just be a little bit more magical, that, you know, woo, wah, wah. But I put 4 pumps on my face. Now maybe if next time I attempt 2 pumps, it'll be a different story. I was going for the coverage that I'm used to. This foundation boasts that you only need 1 pump, like I said earlier. So if I do 2 pumps, if I try to, okay, really? Next time I'm gonna do a pump for each side of the face. I'm gonna go ahead and try to stretch it, and maybe I'll apply it with my fingers to see how that works out. I'm not gonna take this one back. I'm gonna keep this because I love the color. I love how it looks. It's not gone. It's just that it's starting to do a little something that I don't, you know. It's just that I need to blot. I need to blot. And matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Oh, dang, stab myself right in the eye. Calm down. So I'm not really blotting. I'm just applying more powder. Okay, this is not blotting, you guys. Blotting is kind of removing the oil from your skin, okay? When you press powder in or remove some of the powder from your face with one of those blotting papers, that's more so blotting. What I'm doing is just covering the shine. And I'm gonna take some more of this Stay Matte Primer, because you can put this on top of your foundation. Ooh. And just tap it and the sides right there. There. So you see the foundation is still wearing very well. It's just that my face is producing a little extra. Okay, and the luminosity is, you know, enhanced because my sebum is in full effect. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and say I love it just yet because I haven't worn it enough to love it, but I really like it and I'm glad I purchased it. I'm gonna live with this a little bit more, play with it a little bit more, see how to get the best performance from this foundation. You know, this is just the first impressions. So yeah, you do have to live with it and see how to get the best performance out of your products or your foundation or whatever you're doing, you know, before I just give up on it. Now some products you just know off the top, that ain't it. No, no, that's not it. Like the color is wrong. I'm not gonna work too hard to make the color right. I'm not doing all of that, okay? So this gets a thumbs up, okay? It's been 6 hours. When my face starts to get oily and stuff starts, you know, I need to start blotting, then that's when it's pretty much, that's enough for me to know how I feel about the foundation after about 6 hours, because I hardly ever wear foundation that long. Hardly ever, okay? And if I do, I will touch up my face. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna sit there and let all this stuff happen. I'm gonna touch up my face to keep it looking right, okay? So yeah, if you're looking for a weightless foundation that does not look cakey at all, it can if you keep trying to build it. If you do way too much, if you do like 8 pumps of this, it's gonna be a mess. Just don't do it, okay? I say 2 to 3 pumps. You know, if your face can handle 4 pumps, go ahead and do that, but you stand the risk of losing the weightless feel. You stand the risk of it settling. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a serum based foundation, and it's not meant to put a lot on your face. It is not meant, okay? But yeah, this is a go, y'all. This is a go. This is a go. I'll try to remember to do an update on this, but you guys will be seeing this in future videos. When I feel like I've gotten the best performance out of this, then I'll come back and tell you what I do as far as my foundation routine with this, because this is really not my foundation routine with this. It's a first impressions, guys. So when I develop a foundation routine using this foundation and or any other foundation that is superb enough for me to tell you about it, then I'll do that. I'll come back and do an update with a Nars All Day Luminous blah 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 foundation routine and tell you what I use underneath it, okay? And how it works when you minimize the pumpage. Alright? So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.